Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Mythology Explained. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the goddess Nyx. Nyx is the personification of night, and she's one of 5 primordial deities to have emerged from chaos, the great void from which the original forces of the universe emerged. The 4 other primordial deities that emerged from chaos were Tartarus, the Abyss, Gaia, the Earth, Eros, Desire, and Erebus, darkness. There was a union between Erebus and Nyx, and together they begot Aether, heaven, and Hemera, day. After their coupling, Nyx went on to independently produce several children that represented many aspects of the human condition. These children are Moros, doom, Oneiroi, dreams, Nemesis, retribution, Momus, blame, Geras, old age, Thanatos, death, Hypnos, sleep, Eris, strife, Apate, deceit, Oizys, distress, Moirae, the fates, the Hesperides, the nymphs of the evening, Philotes, friendship, the Keres, who personified violent death and were attracted to bloody battlefields, and she even bore Charon, the ferryman who transported recently deceased souls across the river Styx. And in some versions, even the Furies came from Nyx. According to Hesiod, both Nyx and Hemera shared the same dwelling, although they never occupied it simultaneously. Both Nyx and Hemera only resided at their abode, while it was the other's turn to affect the world. At night, Nyx's dark shroud covered the earth, and during the day, Hemera's light illuminated the land. And like this they went, endlessly alternating, forever continuing the eternal cycle of day and night. As one of the original beings of the universe, and as the incarnation of night, one of the universe's elemental aspects, Nyx was a being of incredible power, so much so that even Zeus, king of the gods, ruler of the cosmos, and conqueror of titans, gave her a wide berth, and perhaps even feared her. A quote from the Iliad is the reason we know Zeus maintained a healthy respect for Nyx's power. The quote is of a conversation between Hypnos and Hera, in which Hypnos recounts what transpired the last time he was persuaded to use his potent abilities, ensnaring Zeus's mind with sleep's spell. Here it is. That time I laid to sleep the brain in Zeus of the Aegis, and drifted upon him still and soft. But your mind was devising evil, and you raised along the sea the blasts of the racking winds, and on these swept him, Hercules, away to Kos, the strong-founded, with all his friends lost. But Zeus awakened in anger, and beat the gods up and down his house, looking beyond all others for me, and would have sunk me out of sight in the sea from the bright sky, had not Nyx, night, who has power over gods and men, rescued me. I reached her in my flight, and Zeus let be, though he was angry, in awe of doing anything to swift Nyx's displeasure. People who argue Nyx as being more powerful build their position atop a platform supported by 2 pillars of supporting evidence. They say that Nyx is one of the first 5 beings to emerge from chaos, older by far than Zeus himself, and that she birthed many of the integral forces that give shape to the universe and to humanity. They say this because they think that being so ancient and being so integral to both the fabric of reality and sentience inherently gives her a strength Zeus cannot match, for he is far younger, and as a denizen of the universe, Nyx had a central role in creating. The second argument is the above quote from the Iliad that essentially states that Zeus relented, turning away from his pursuit of Hypnos after the sleep god sought his mother's protection, hiding behind her skirts. There's nothing definitive here. All we can really do is spout conjecture, because there isn't any concrete evidence that supports either Nyx or Zeus being more powerful. Is Nyx more powerful because she's one of the founding forces of the universe, or is Zeus more powerful because he rules the universe Nyx partly embodies and helped create? Is Nyx more powerful because her presence was enough to give Zeus pause and cause him to abandon his chase, or is Zeus actually more powerful but just couldn't be bothered to overcome Nyx? Maybe Nyx was formidable, but slightly less powerful than Zeus, and even though Zeus could have eventually subdued her, he didn't think it worth the effort for something as trivial as being put to sleep. Zeus backing off from Nyx isn't exactly a feather in his cap, That said, it does seem like each new generation of Greek deities is more powerful than the one before. Uranus being castrated by Cronus was symbolic of the Titans being more powerful than the primordial deities, and then of course the Titans were cast down into Tartarus by the Olympians. Continuing along this trajectory, there was even a son prophesied to be more powerful than Zeus, but Zeus prevented that eventuality by swallowing Metis, an Oceanid and the woman who could have borne this child, after tricking her into transforming into a fly, thereby ending the cycle of son usurping father, of each new generation being more powerful than the preceding one. This is what Zeus had in mind in God of War, when he tricked Kratos and killed him with the blade of Olympus. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section below.